Hello guys, hello, what's up guys, what's up, hope you have a nice holiday. Let's learn something. January 2023, let's start again the repair things, So I do have a motherboard here for Dell Inspiron, I think it's 15 series. These are some motherboards where you have processor soldered on the PCB, on the board, it's not removable. That's the processor. So what happened, this motherboard came with my colleague. He was using the laptop like 4 years, and 4 days back, all of a sudden the laptop just shut down. He's fixing some phones. Obviously he tried to open and see what's going on there, and he couldn't figured out what might be the problem. So he bring the motherboard here. I checked the motherboard, everything, and I said, you know what, this is what I can say, general board failure. It's beyond repair. I can't repair this. It's time for another motherboard, or you have to buy another laptop. He said, you know what, I know you are too busy, I know you don't want to fix my device, my motherboard, you don't want to help me, things like that. So let's learn few things. What are the conditions to condemn a laptop motherboard as non-repairable? That's what we have to learn today. I'm not going to fix this one because I checked already, and I can't fix it. That's the thing. So let's see what you can see here. Okay, we have some coils. They represent some power supplies. That's the processor. Here we do have the microcontroller Novatone, and the next, that's the BIOS chip, RAM socket, BIOS battery. On the other side we have some connectors. Here we have the DC in, that's the DC in, and if we check on the other side, we do have that's the diode before the two MOSFET, and we have the current sensor. Okay, and the next here we do have a blown up chip, which I believe that the 3.3 power supply, which is shorted. Okay, so let's check few things under microscope. Let's do it. Here we have the DC in, and yeah, that's the charging port connector. And if we go on the other side, we have the diode. After the diode we have the first MOSFET, second MOSFET, and that's the current sensor, very low ohms current sensor. So let's put my multimeter on the diode mode and check from to ground straight on the current sensor. we don't have a short according to the multimeter. Okay, all right, let's leave it there. Here next to the charging port, that's the 3.3 power supply. You can see the blown up chip. This chip with a hole is blown up. That's one of the problems which is visible. Good. So I'll show you a few things under microscope. So we have a blown up chip. That's what I discovered, and you can see here we have two coils, and this chip is blown up. You can see this chip is blown up. These are coils, two coils, like double MOSFETs, and the drivers. That's for the processor. This driver is blown up. So our multimeter is still on a diode mode. What I did, I came on the current sense after two MOSFETs here and check for short. You can see on the test meter, it's not like 0, 0. We don't have a short there. We don't have a short there. Let's come with the power supply and see what's going on. Okay guys, so let's come with the power supply on the current sense after two MOSFETs. According to the test meter, we don't have a short there. Let's see according to the DC power supply. We'll go straight on the current sensor. You can see some sparks. Check on the current sensor. You see all those sparks, and there's voltage drop to 2.8 volts and it's taking 3 amps. But checking with the multimeter, you don't have a short there. So that's why I always emphasize to buy a DC power supply instead of a multimeter, because with multimeter you can't see anything there. You can't see. According to the multimeter, there's no short there. According to the multimeter, let's take multimeter again on the current sensor. That's insane. We checked it before, it was not shorted to ground, but now it's now shorted to ground. You can see. So you see some sparks. Okay, no, this one we are not repairing anything, so I just want to see a few things. So we have a shorted 19 volts power rail, and if I am to check what is taking that 3 amps, something here next to the battery connector, we have some MOSFETs. They are getting hot there. Okay, let's leave that fault aside. First, we have this chip which is blown up. That's number one. Second, we have this MOSFET which is drawing 3 amps and is shorted to ground. We now have 2 faults, and let's check some let's check other things, you know. Let's go on coils. You can see 0 0. This coil, that's for the, you can see this coil is next to the battery connector. That's for the charging circuit to charge the battery, and it's also shorted again. 0 0. We do have a short on the charging circuit power supply. And let's check those coils for the processor. 22. Here we have like 0 0. That's not normal. These coils, they are also shorted to ground. Of course, we have low ohms we have low resistance on the processor power supply, but it's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be around above 200 or 300, not like like this. 0 0. That's not good. So that's our fourth problem. Let's move on with the problems. I just want to see you why, to show you why I condemn this motherboard, you know. Here we have that's the microcontroller Novatone, and next to Novatone here, that's the microcontroller Novatone, and next we have the BIOS chip. Pin number 4 should be grounded, and pin number 8, that's the VCC pin to carry 3.3 from the 3.3 volts power supply. So let's check for pin number 8 to ground. We have a dot, that's pin number 4, that's normal to be grounded, and pin number 8 is like 0 0. We have a short on the pin number 8. Let's come with the 3.3. Let's lower the voltage. 3.3. Let's come with, yeah, even 3. Even 3.13, that's fine. Check there. We have, you can see there, we have voltage drop to 1.15 volts, and it's taking exactly 3 amps max current which I have set on this power supply. So this current, if I'm to feel what is getting hot, the processor is getting super hot. This processor is shorted to ground. Okay, so let's check again. We still have some coils here. We have 2 coils which I believe this is the 5 volts and 3.3. let's check to ground. 5 volts, okay. 3.3 is shorted to ground. And next we have some more coils. This is next to the RAM socket, probably that's the RAM power supply, and it's also shorted again. Here we have a small power supply which I don't know what is doing here because I don't have schematics obviously. So let's check that coil to ground, like 0 0. This is a pretty damaged motherboard. So out of all this power supply, we only have one coil for the 5 volts, which is giving normal resistance to ground. The rest are shorted to ground. And the worst thing, the 3.3 for the PCH inside the processor is showing a short. I'm sure the PCH which is inside the processor is also gone. So I just want to know how we can fix this. How you can fix this. Let's be honest, guys. Myself, that is the point where I stop, because they are not all faults they are meant to be fixed. People, they think if we are in an electronic repair shop, every item is meant to be fixed, every device is meant to be fixed. No, there are some faults which are not meant to be fixed. Even the manufacturer is so hard. What do you do in this case? You replace all the components, like blown up chip. Obvious this controller is also gone. I don't think this controller is good, because if we have so many faults, that's what I call general board failure. And yeah, my colleague, I tried to explain to him so many times, but it seems he did not understand what I was trying to say. This is some kind of weird faults. I never seen such motherboard. I never seen a motherboard with so many faults. Of course, you might have 1, 2, 3 faults, not like multi faults, more than 6 faults. So that's the thing. That is the point where I actually stop. So I didn't come to repair anything, but I just wanted to show you what are the conditions to condemn a motherboard as non-repairable, because many customers, they come to my workshop, they'll see so many motherboards. Why did you remove all those motherboards? Why did you remove? You are killing some devices. You are doing further damage to customers' devices. I said no. Some faults, they are not meant to be fixed. So tell me what you would do in this case. What you would do in this case? You can't do anything, obviously. You can't, because if we have a shortage, the PCH, we can't do anything. So yeah, that's the thing about repairs. You can enjoy every day, especially the process of repairs. Some days we got some disappointments, like this. So let's go back under microscope. I think we can, and check few things there. So let's go under microscope. Okay, I want to check few things. Let's go on the processor. That's the processor. I'll use my other power supply, which is not on the screen. I just want you to see what's going on here. Let's supply 3.3 volts on the BIOS chip. Okay, let's use alcohol and see what our processor is doing here. I want you to check on the processor. I will inject voltage. See, I release, liquid is going all over. Yeah, that's the processor. Injecting voltage. Our processor is drying quickly. I'm injecting 3.3 on the last pin of the BIOS chip. That is the VCC pin. Let's inject again. You can see I release. You can see some bubbles on the screen. I release, I inject, I release, I inject. So this process has gone. That's the main problem. Others are minor, but if we have a shorted processor, I don't think we can do anything. So I just wanted to see, to show you the kind of faults that I came across today, and also to explain what are the conditions to condemn a motherboard as non-repairable. According to me, if you have a dead processor, that's where I actually stop. I don't want to spend much of time because there will be so many jobs to fix. So like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates. See you on the next one. Bye.